Hi guys, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video. Today I want to share with you a TBR video. It's like the 30th of November, and it's 6 p.m. so bear with the lighting here. I didn't manage to film anything this weekend. Things just went really quickly, but I do have a couple of plans for December, and I hope that I'll be able to stick to my plans and read a lot of great books in December. So first up, my plan is I want to try and finish as many of my Stacking the Series books that I can in order to finish a couple of series, and I only have one book left for a lot of these, so I decided it would be a nice time to catch up on those books. So in terms of my Stacking the Series, the first book I have to finish is Witch with No Name by Kim Harrison. This is the last and final book in the Hollow series. Or actually, then there's another book that came out this year. I thought at first it was just going to be a spin-off series of things that happens later, but currently it says it's book 14, so I don't know. I haven't really decided if I want to read on in the series, because I feel like it's a little bit weird going back to a series that's first deemed complete. So I'm a little sad that she chose to do this, but so I can't really decide if I want to read it. But that's the first book on my list. I was supposed to have finished a book, but I got it so late that I didn't manage to finish it in time for December. So now I have two books from the Discworld series on my list, but that's fine. The first one is Night Watch by Pratchett. I received it mid last week, and I'm working on finishing another book before I can start it, but I hope that I'll be able to start it already tomorrow. The other Terry Pratchett book I have is The We Free Men by Terry Pratchett. This is a fairly short audio, so I don't think it's going to be a problem getting to both of these, and at least I have two great books to look forward to listening to. Then I have the last and final book in the Bridgerton series on my list, which is called On the Way to the Wedding. This is book 8 and the final one, as I said, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. Another series finisher is Timeless by Gail Carriger. This is the fifth and final book in the Parasol Protectorate series, and I'm really looking forward to reading that one. Then I have Murder on St. Nicholas Avenue by Victoria Thompson, which sounds to me like it's also a Christmas book, so it's very fitting, and it's the last one I will be reading from the Gaslight Mystery this year. I'm hoping to finish the Gaslight Mystery next year. I don't think I have very many books left. I think it might be 5 books or 6 books left in that series, so in total, so I definitely have my plans to finish that next year. And the last and final Stacking the Series books to read is Dead Ever After by Charlaine Harris. This is the 13th and final book in the Suki Stackhouse series, also known as Southern Vampire, and also known as True Blood, I guess. So those are the Stacking the Series books that I'm planning on reading. Then I have 2 rereads for the month. I am planning on reading on in my reread of The Vampire Academy, which is Spirit Bound by Richelle Mead. This is the 5th book in the Vampire Academy series, and the second to last in that series. And then I have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by She Who Must Not Be Named, which I have on my list to read this month. Reread it is the first time ever I'm rereading it, so I'm really actually looking forward to it. And yeah. Then I have 4 things that I've put down as other things I'd like to finish this month. And the first one is Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. This is a fairly new release. I wanted to read it this year because I got it right after it was released, and sort of want to make sure to not have too many of these books hanging around when I start on 2021. And another book is Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. I read another Ray Bradbury earlier. I wanted to read this in October actually, but I ended up not reading it because it turns out the audio was only an hour and a half long, and it was so it was an abridged version, and so I've decided to try and read it physically instead and make my way through it like that, and I have a plan on how to get through all of my books for December. So let's see if I can't do that. And then I have 2 ebooks because, no, you probably don't know this yet. I'm not sure if you know this yet, but I have recently received a Kindle Paperwhite, which I'm really happy with, but it also means that I want to make sure that I read more Kindle books in the future and make room for them. And so I have 2 Kindle books on my TBR for December, and one of them is really short, it's a novella, and the other one is also fairly short, it's a romance novel. Both of them are actually romance books. So yeah, the first one is The Foxe and the Hound by Iris Gray. I have seen this author floating around on Instagram a lot actually, and the Kindle book for this one was on sale one day and pretty cheap, so I decided to get it, and now I decided to read it because I'm interested in seeing what this is about, and I'm kind of interested in reading some contemporary romance. And the other book I have is Midnight and Death by J.D. Robb. This is the 7.5 book in the In Death series. It's a in between Holiday and Death and what comes after Holiday and Death? That's the 7th book. The 8th book is Loyalty and Death, maybe? I'm not sure. But it's between 7 and 8, and it is set around Christmas. No, I think it's set around New Year's. So, yeah, fit for the season. And, yeah. So I have those 2 ebooks, and that is all of the things that I'm planning on reading in December. What plans do you have for December? Do you have a lot of things you need to catch up on the final month, or do you plan to take things slowly and see what happens, or do you just want to read whatever you feel like, or whatever? I'm actually, usually I don't read a lot in December, but I have a feeling this year will be different because I'm not going to as many things. Usually what makes me not able to do read as many things is because I have to do a lot of social stuff with people because of Christmas dinner parties and all of those things, and this year because of the COVID-19 situation that's not gonna happen so much. So I basically only have plans on the 24th so far, and maybe the 25th, but that's a stretch. And maybe on New Year's Eve I'll be with some people that I'm already seeing regularly. So yeah, it's so weird to think that it's already December. I think that I feel like, while it feels like in some ways that this year has been gone on forever with the COVID-19 situation, it also seems as if it has flown by in a way, so it's weird. Anyway, this is all I had for you today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon.